G'day guys, I'm back. Hang on, my beer. Okay, back guys, another video like I promised. Here we have 2019 Madone SLR 6 disc in a nice matte grey, silver grey gloss. First impressions, looks amazing to me. I guess when Trek in Waterloo were designing this bike, they were trying to create a bike that was A, super comfortable, and B, very fast, crazy fast. It's the 6th generation Madone, much like its younger brother, the Madone 5 in looks, but it does have a lot more tech now. They've upgraded a few things, and also the geometry is a bit different. And of course, disc brakes, which in my eyes, awesome. First Madone to be produced, the Madone 6 with disc brakes. Also brought out a rim brake version, where they've now moved the rim brakes from the front to the back of the forks, kind of all about taking down drag, basically. It claims to have a lot less drag than its previous model, actually. In here we've got what's called ISO speed. You can adjust a black washer under the bottom here. Up the front, it gives 18 more % compliance than the previous Madone 5. And when you move the washer back, two little nuts you undo and you move it back right up close to the seat post, it's meant to give you 21% more stiffness than the previous Madone 5. This is done by the seat tube and this tube underneath here are all one piece, and it works like a pivot. So rather than having something shoot straight down the seat tube. The frame itself is the 56. Shut up. The frame itself is the 56. Weighs 1,000 grams, the frame alone, the disc frame. Which is the 56 is what we have here. It's made from Trek's best quality carbon, the 700 OCLV carbon. And this frame is no longer a H1 or a H2 fit. They've gone for a H1.5, which is pretty cool. It's got a 2-piece handlebar system up the front here. So it's got your stem and then your bar. Still the nice aerodynamic look, but it gives you a 5-degree movement up or down, which basically will allow you to get closer to that H1 fit, which is pretty cool. I think it's awesome. The old one had just one fixed piece. For a bike fit, it didn't really make 100% sense. Now they've ticked that one off beautifully. The wheels, these are tubeless ready. They're actually just budget Bontrager wheels to get you in the price market for getting this frame. They're alloy rim with a carbon fairing. So they've blacked out the rim, which makes it all look full carbon, but still does a good job for me. I still quite like it. Probably an upgrade later down the track if I decide to do so. The Grupo is the ever so trusty. I've turned it around this way basically because it was all about the discs, but I've got the Shimano Ultegra R8000. It comes with a compact 5034 up the front, and then we have a 1128 on the back, which is good all-round gearing for beach road or if you want to take it on the hills. Speaking of hills, I love the flat top of the bar. It's really nice when climbing, a nice place just to sit and rest your hands. Crank arm length, I've got a aftermarket Stages power meter on this. It's a 172.5 crank arm. It's got a nice fat BB90 bottom bracket, and the Ultegra chain, Ultegra disc brakes. I'm thinking of upgrading the Ultegra chain, maybe trying the KMC Gold chain, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Fill me in, make a note in the comments, let me know if you think that's a good idea. Cages that I've got on it from my older Monda, which you would have seen on my previous Monda video. They're the XXX carbon ones. They're light, I love them. Just transfer them straight over. The pedals that I have on it are Ultegra carbon pedals. They were on the Monda as well. I've just moved them over. They look the part. Yeah, as I said, I've just got the single side stages power meter on it, which is good. It's got me, you know, it cost me $500 or something, and I whacked it on, and I had to put an extra little shim in there because the clearance, because it's such a fat bottom bracket and these stays are nice and fat at the back. I actually had to take the old shim out of my old crank arm and double up it on this side. So I've got about 2mm clearance just to clear past the frame, otherwise it was hitting. Trex and Bontrager, awesome with all their light mounts. Up the front here, I've got a nice little Garmin mount, and it'll all pop a nice little attachment at the bottom where I can pop on my front light, and even going to the extremes of changing the position. It used to be here where you had your lights for the back. It comes with a light that clips onto your rails of your saddle, which I didn't like because my saddlebag would hit it and it'd actually fall off. And then they've brought out another light which actually screws to the back of this beautiful new Bontrager's version of the power saddle, the Aeolus, I think it's called. What's it called? I can't remember the name of it, but it's the new power saddle for Bontrager, and it's super comfy. I love it. Unbelievable. What else can I tell you about the bike itself? Basically, I think this bike is stunning. It's one of the most eye-catching bikes in my eyes on the market, and I'm pretty stoked to own it, to be honest. The forks at the front are nice and skinny, really nice and skinny. Wouldn't be more than 10mm thick, but nice and deep, like cut through the wind. Beautiful cam tail off the back of the fork. The bars, nice and skinny, cutting through the wind. It's all about reducing drag. This all leads back to like probably one of the fattest down tubes that I've nearly seen on a road bike to date. And everything you see is beautifully cam-tailed. Cam-tailed seat post, cam-tailed stays, seat stays, cam-tailed down tube, cam-tailed seat tube, cam-tailed down tube. Everything that Trek has done is just tried to make this bike cut through the wind, and the less drag the better. Combining with all these awesome little new techs that they've created, a really, really, really comfortable, fast bike. It feels like a race bike. The bike's speed is incredible. Sometimes I actually feel like I'm trying to keep up with the bike. Sounds stupid, I know, but it's true. I've done a few like B and C grade races on it, and it's just maintained speed so well. It just kind of feels like it wants to just keep going and going, and like the higher you are, the easier it feels. It corners beautifully, leaning compared to the Monda. The Monda was you were a bit more upright and couldn't really get down and get into those corners. There's definitely a noticeable difference between my older Monda and this, that's for sure. What else can I tell you? This is the first bike also that I've ridden that doesn't have all these ugly cables at the front, cables here. There's only a couple of cables you see at the back, obviously for shifting, because it's not Di2, it's just mechanical, and for the brakes, but it's just so seamless and so beautiful. It looks amazing. I love how imposing it is. Like, I used to look at these bikes come out to races. My mate my mate Theo had one, and I just loved it. I fell in love with it. Now I own one. I'm super stoked. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Like it was a quick little bike review. You know, they're not my thing, but I'm just trying to keep some videos going, and I want to show you all my bike. Hopefully, I see you all out at some races and stuff because I want to get back into it. Thanks, guys, and I'll catch you soon.